I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. Previously on part 1 of Love and Relationships in the Living Room on Our Imitates Live.
But what I'm saying is, if it's mine, I'm probably breaking something at some point in time.
Oh,
or
there you have
what I'm saying is, we're not gonna make it to bed. You're already gonna know before we go to bed that you missed my birthday.
Different strokes for different folks. What can make a couple and bring them together can tear a lot of other couples apart. Me personally, I ain't sharing sweet honey iced tea with nobody.
You never know who you're dealing with, because some people just want and want to be sexually free to all extent, and when you travel into that different realm, right? Like he said, around you unlock Pandora's box, and that happened to me. Right, that happened to me. It was where my Pandora's box was open, my old lady Pandora's box was open, and once we had went into that whole swinger thing, like we both was wilding out, and instead of coming together trying to talk and come to a mutual agreement, she out there wilding out, and I'm out there slanging and banging. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things where it ended up over time, you know, it ended up making us go our separate ways.
Trying again, you know, I'm engaged, and we've been focusing more on the, like Bernard said, with the counseling, getting to know each other's. I mean, we've been together over a year, so we spend a lot of time understanding each other's pains and problems. So
I'm from Texas, baby. You know what I'm saying? All the women I grew around was about 5'2" with good proportion. Hey, look here, with wide hips and a big old booty. So for me, I can't do.
Okay.
I need a little thickness on. You know what I'm saying? On my thing. You know what I mean?
Coming up, part 2 of Love and Relationships in the Living Room. Our Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Tandyland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Our Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon, so be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media.
Veronica, I hear Veronica weighing in. Veronica, what do you want to say on that? You have a question or comment?
Preach it, my brother, preach. I have a question. I have a question pertaining to this question.
Okay.
The question is, what do you feel? How do you feel about plus size women altogether? I mean, would you date a plus size woman or not? You know, I mean, if you're out there looking for love, I mean, what is your type of woman? I've been plus size all my life. I've been through trials and tribulations to find love, to get into love. I've played, I'll be your boyfriend if you do this. Do this for me, and I'll be your boyfriend or whatever. And that's when I was younger. Then as I got older, it was, I'm gonna can I get your phone number? I'm gonna call you tonight. And then it's they don't come around until it get dark, and then that's where they want to come over, and they want to be in a relationship dark and or have sex dark. No, we don't do those. That's not what I wanted to do. If you're gonna fall in love with me, fall in love with me. Fall in love with the person that you see. Right. And
yeah, go ahead.
It's like I went through things like I don't mess with big women. Why are big women around? That's the type of stuff that I went through. Like you said, 5'2", 5'5", big hips, everything's big. Hey, we're human too. So therefore, we need love just as much as the next person is. That 2 or that 6 or even that 0. We need love just as much as they do.
Can I keep it real?
Bernard wants to keep it real. What's up, bro?
I understand what you're saying, but me personally, and I think a majority of men, I'm not gonna speak to all the men, but to me, I look at like health implications because I'm looking at long term. When I'm looking at the woman that I'm gonna be walking down the aisle with, I'm thinking of that she's gonna be around with me through thick and thin. We're going to be old together and stuff like that. And I'm looking at health implications. I want a healthy relationship. And frankly, when I look at plus size women, I don't see that. I don't see us walking and being together in our 70s and 80s and stuff like that. I lost both my parents. I lost my mom when she was in her 70s, and she had overweight. And I remember constantly talking to my mom about exercising and working out and stuff like that. And she had a stroke earlier, and she was never the woman the same. And a lot of things that happen to heavier women is directly because of the weight, because it's an stressor on your body. And I understand that, some women have thyroid problems and they've had weight issues all their life. But frankly, when men are very visual, and to be honest, and then you got the image that America shows that they're not looking for plus size women to be their ride or die or be on their right hand shoulder. They're really not. And I understand your situation, but the fact is you're going to find a smaller group of guys who are going to really accept you. There are some plus size website that men who really love big women, and I would suggest you might want to go to those websites because they're actually looking for.
I gotta jump in here. I got to jump in here.
Can I say something too?
Okay, let me say.
Go ahead. Beat me up. I'm ready. Come with it.
No, I'm not.
The love of my life right now is in the hospital.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm not ashamed to tell. Hold on. I'm not ashamed of my weight. I am 400 pounds.
I didn't ask you to be ashamed of your weight.
The love of my life right now is in the hospital. He's on his way home. And from the day that I met him, the only thing he can say is, I love me a big woman. I love big women. I have guys before.
There's always exceptions.
Love big women.
And you know, they have a better relationship than a lot of people that I've seen out there. When I talk to Veronica and I see the commitment that she has to Nino and Nino has to her, it is something that a lot of people out there in their cookie cutter image don't have. There's a lot of skinny men in the grave. Let's start right there.
Yeah, but don't make the exception the rule. The exception is never the rule.
But,
See,
let me get Bola talk. Let me say Bola get her.
Go ahead, Bola.
Okay, the thing is, like Veronica, you said about big women. Me, myself, I'm only 4'2". So it doesn't matter as a person what size you are, what height you are, what color you are. It really doesn't matter. The person is going to like who they like. There are a lot. I used to hang around with my girlfriends of pretty. We could get men like anything. We used to just take numbers to see how many numbers we got in a night.
Yep.
Most of us.
Yep.
So we were
guilty of that.
I used to do that when I moved to ATL.
Yeah, because we could not find, when those who did get married, they got in an abusive relationship because the man did not trust them, because that man knew the minute they stepped up, there were 6 other men waiting to get that woman. So that man would abuse that woman. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter whether or not you're thin, you're fat, you're tall, you're short. It all goes back to what that man likes. If a man likes a skinny woman, he will go after skinny women. If he likes a big woman, he will go after. But a lot of times, many of us go after what we really don't like. We go after what society says we should go after.
And when you feel good about who you are as a person,
do not knock a heavy-set woman.
I mean,
but let me say this real quick, y'all.
I'm not knocking you guys, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm just keeping it real. I'm telling you what men like. You can say what you want to say about the feelings and all that stuff like that. You can say all that. You can say all that, but at the end of the day, a slimmer women are gonna get more attraction. They're gonna end up getting more married than a woman that.
Bernard, that's not necessarily true, babe. That's not true.
You can look at the numbers. We can look at the numbers. You can go to blackdemographic.com and look at the numbers. I'm not saying what I think. I'm saying what the numbers are.
That's what we call shallow attraction. That's shallow attraction.
It is what it is. Man, we're shallow. Come on with it.
But even that, how many of those marriages are happy marriages?
They don't work.
Most marriages don't work anyway. I don't care if it's plus size, slim size, or no size.
Bottom line. Everything is not for everybody. You have to have your own, from your mind, your figure, what you do, whatever your talents, who you are. Everything is not for everybody. But no.
What that mean, bro? You gotta break that down. What that mean? Because that's such a general
preference. Whatever you
need to check your personality before you say that. Yeah,
it's your personality.
Yeah. Okay, let me put it like this.
Okay, hold on.
When I go fishing, I throw a bait out there, right? And I go fishing, I throw a bait. If I got the wrong bait, the fish don't bite.
Okay. Let me bring it back, because that fishing thing. I don't know what you're fishing for, baby. Because sometimes people don't know what they're fishing for. Michael, go ahead.
You're the bait. You're the bait. Figure that out. You're the bait. Figure that out.
Mr. Michael, go ahead, honey.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I'm one of the few or one of the many. And I think I said it earlier. But earlier, Mr. Bernard did say, he said different strokes. But different folks.
True that.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here, right now. From 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, big, fat, short, tall, skinny, small. I don't give a whoo. You already know where I'm going with this here. Look.
I'm just trying to get it in. You're just trying to get it in.
No. Remember, my theory is Miss Pies. She got to love me mentally, spiritually, physically, intellectually, emotionally, sexually. Then she get the best of me, right?
Right.
So my whole thing is, me personally, You know, and I know, people was raised wherever they was raised at, and I'm from my understanding, I feel some people from I think everybody pretty much Southern, right? In here, everybody Southern.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm from North Carolina.
Okay, so for me,
Florida, Southern babe.
So hey, for me, I grew up Southern, but people have their preferences, and I'm not knocking that at all. I grew up Southern Baptist, so when I went to church and I seen Miss Bernice, you know what I'm saying? I seen Willa May, right? I seen short women and big hips and big and everything. I seen thickness, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I could get a good meal somewhere. So for me personally, you know, like I said, I gave y'all that whole analogy: 18 to 80, blind, crippled, crazy, big, fat, short, tall, skinny, small. I know, right? I was raised in a house full of women, right? I was raised in a house full of women.
No.
And maybe because the women that I was raised around, what Gabby said, they made sure to teach me to love women. So I like women, and this is not objectifying, but women are beautiful to me from their minds to their, their feet.
Amen, brother.
That's real.
And everything else.
Amen. For real, for real.
So, but so for me, I'm a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna love a big woman the same way I love a skinny, frail woman. However, I will put this out there, and then I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, I want to.
When you were born, society placed 400-pound women on TV versus the little slight, petite, skinny women.
It would be different.
We would think that big women are beautiful and skinny was the negative.
Yes.
Right?
And they put skinny there so they can make money.
So
I'm thinking more healthy. That's what I'm thinking.
No. So, and I'm gonna say this, and because I know a lot of people, I ain't gonna say
it depends on how you carry yourself.
Right. So, Mr. Bernard has a point, right? When you look at, however we get the information, whether I'm a conspiracy theorist. However we get the information, whether it's true or false, right? Pertaining to what we know now. Certain things have health implications. If he's looking at whomever he decides to be with and to marry, and that he wants to have longevity with that woman, and if health implications are that, so for him, his decision is going to be, I'm not trying to lose the love of my life.
Right.
I'm not trying to lose the love of my life. So when I make a decision on who I'm going to be with, and this, and Ms. Bernard, correct me if I'm wrong, but when he says, when I decide who the person I want to be with, I want longevity. I want to be in their presence, and I want them to be in mine for as long as I can stay on this earth.
Absolutely.
The physical form. Absolutely. Right. So that, I think that's where he's coming from when he's speaking on what he's speaking. I don't think that he's
trauma response.
Huh?
I said his is more of a trauma response because he mentioned his mother and losing his mother. It's
right.
It's more than trauma. It's about educating my mind. I've always been health conscious. I'm a black belt in like 3 different disciplines. Okay, I'm a pescatarian. Okay, so health is always now, because health is your wealth. If you're not having a healthy body, then it's hard to have the greatest experience in life that you possibly can. It has to do, if your health is not good, then how can your mind be right? You know what I'm saying? Because you got things gonna dictate on what you do and how you do it based on your health. Okay. Now, if you pretty and fine and you got a nasty attitude, see you too. I ain't got nothing to do with you. Holler at someone else. You feel me? So
Michael, you want to say something? Oh, go ahead.
I'm not going to overlook personality.
I do, and I'm not being rude. Earlier, when the women were speaking, as a man, I jumped into my man box, and that is a thing. That is such a thing. It's a call of man.
Yes, it is.
Right? A lot of the women were saying that not a lot. But I think what I said earlier is women don't want to raise no man. And my response to that, but then in response to this with Mr. Bernard is, and I'm gonna generalize it, what if you are the transformation that someone needs?
Right.
So for the women that don't want to raise a man, what if that woman is the transformation or the piece that he's missing to bring him to his full potential. But you don't want to raise no man. That man got millionaire stature.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to raise no man. You passed up on an opportunity. And for a man, like, but what if you are like with his viewpoint of health and longevity and wanting to cherish? I don't see nothing wrong with wanting to cherish the person that you're with. I don't want them leaving me. Love is a powerful thing. And when you in love, true love, which is a rarity. Look here, Tanya, Bola. I see Element Rose. I don't know if that's your real name, and all the women that's in them. Do you want your man leaving you? Do you want to be separated from the man that you chose or that you decided to say yes to when he proposed? Do you want him gone because he ain't eating right, living right, or healthy and all that stuff? Right? That's one thing. But what if you are the change that they need?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Michael, it's not a thing of, and I'll be saying to you, to Bernard as well, it's not that you're saying that what you're saying is absolutely wrong, because a healthy body is necessary. We all strive for that. We might do it in different ways. Some people might just do it a little bit on the eating side, some people on the exercise side, some people may have the intentions, but just haven't done it at all. So, I mean, when I look at this, we would not have, and I had to look at the stats just now, we would not have, out of 7.4 billion people in the world, 650 million people obese. 39% of the world is obese, and it wouldn't be that way if, you know, there weren't different factors out there and there were different types of people. So I'm not saying that that's wrong. Only thing that I disagreed with is when Bernard was saying that men out there, the women who are obese have to go to a obese website and have to go into this little hole in the wall and stuff like that. That ain't true. That's not true at all.
They look here.
I didn't say they have to, but I'm saying if you're gonna go somewhere, okay, if I'm looking for trees, then I don't go to the city.
Well, the thing is, what I'm saying, I got you there.
I'm looking for trees. I don't go to the city. I go out to the country to find trees.
But
so
Bernard,
my
everything ain't for everybody. We still get that. We still get that.
I can still find trees in the city. I can still find trees in the city. Don't get me wrong. You can still find trees in the city. Right. They're there. But my
opportunist. I'm gonna say that now. I'm an equal opportunist.
And so I'm just gonna say I believe to each his own. And I'm
just saying you're gonna have better luck finding someone who's looking for somebody like you.
It's like that's what it should be anyway. You should go after whatever works for you, you know. But what I was saying, just in general, I was only making the point that in general, you cannot say that men across the world want a small woman.
I never said that.
It sounded to me like you said that.
I never said that. I think
Am I wrong?
Personal.
Am I wrong?
See, that's another thing. Sometimes women hear what they want to hear, and they're
traveling. Thank you.
That's what I heard.
Thank you, Bola.
Like women.
I mean, I said that as that is a place where you could possibly find a mate that looking for somebody like you.
Like in Africa.
You don't have to do that.
I didn't say you had to do that. See, that's what you're saying. You're saying I said you had to do that. I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You're saying that.
Hey, look here.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why did you bring it up?
Thank you.
If that's not how you felt, why did you bring it up?
Boom, boom, get it.
I never brought it up because I want everybody to be happy. If you're looking to have a mate and you know you have an image that people not rocking with, then go to a place where people are rocking with their image.
You
That's
know
why I brought it up.
But listen, you can go to websites for big women, and you will find the same amount of men who just want a one night stand with a woman.
Well, that's just dogs. I mean,
when you go to websites like that,
I mean,
go to websites like that, it's fetishization.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That right. So you end up opening the door to becoming a fetish instead of opening the door to someone who's actually like going to love you. That'd be like me going to a website for pogs. And
but just because,
you know, like
just because you go to a website,
somebody not to want to fuck with me.
Right.
I don't have enough melanin and I've got a fat ass. Like if I go to a website for pogs, like that's what men are going for. They're gonna fetishize me, and that's their thing. And
What's pogs, Shannon?
fat ass white girl.
Fat ass white girl.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
They know about that one. Brother get educated.
He's a woody.
But
I'm just saying, and like, let me put this out there. Like, I'm coming from the opposite end. I've always had trouble gaining weight when I was younger. Like, I have a high metabolism. I'm ADHD.
Me too.
Like, I was 105 pounds until almost junior year of high school. Okay, but when and I've been through abusive relationships. I have a bunch of sexual assault under my belt. I have rapes under my belt. Like, I've come from a lot of things, and I'm gonna let you know. When you have love for yourself, you're always going to find love. It doesn't matter how much weight you have on the scale. It doesn't matter how many clothes you got on your back. If you out there enough loving yourself, you're going to find love. So all the weight and bullshit is irrelevant.
Oh, so I want to say
it's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant.
I want to say
it's not irrelevant. To you personally, it's not irrelevant. But when it comes down to it, in your own self,
right?
Your weight is irrelevant personally. As long as you love yourself, it's always gonna. If you are loved, you are always going to attract love.
But we're also talking about generalities too, overall too. So I get what you're saying, and if you're attractive. Your personality attractive, a lot of things can overcome a lot of stuff that people might think is a detriment or whatever. I've dated plus size women. Don't get me wrong now. I've dated some plus size and some of the most beautiful, and I have been in with them for, not just for a hookup, but we went out on dates and they came out we went out to eat, we did the whole day. There was no just a shadow date or a shadow relationship. So,
but I got a question for you. Why didn't you marry those women?
That's right.
Because that was not what you wanted.
Yeah, is that what I wanted?
I'm breaking up with you, Bernard.
The process of not getting married. Everybody you date, you don't marry.
I'm officially breaking up with you, Bernard. I want to do it over the air where everybody can see.
Hey. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say this.
And you're definitely doable.
We became a one-night stand.
Wow.
Let's kind of wrap this one up. Let's wrap this one up because I was just going to say it this way. It is a thing of to each his own. It is whatever you feel. Yes, we do want to be healthy. Yeah. You do want a long relationship with that being, but please understand too that there are a lot of health issues that affect skinny people that they don't even know about. They have heart attacks and die too. And so you can't just put that just on a heavy set person. You got some of the most heavy set people. Michael?
All I'm going to say is this here. And this is not no self-gratification thing. I'm an active duty military member and I went 17 years. I've been in 22 years. I went 17 years before the military told me that I have a heart problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for me, I didn't went on many and plenty deployments. I got to where I am now, and then I went to an appointment, and they told me I tore my Achilles, and because I have sleep apnea, they said, "Hey, you need to go get an EKG before we put you under anesthesia," because the anesthesiologist. Mm-hmm. And when I went to go do whatever, they said, "Hey, you got an irregular heart pattern." And then come to find out, I got hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. You can look at that, right? Enlarged heart.
Yeah.
Simplify it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. From my understanding, and I don't read the Bible as often as I should, and they tell me that God already have your number, and whether you're gonna live, you don't know when you're gonna die.
Yeah,
you don't know when you're gonna die.
That's real. And there's appointed every man a day to die. That's period.
Right. You don't know what that longevity. If you're with somebody, you're gonna be with them till they die. You don't know if you can get married today, and they can die tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
So that weight thing, that healthy thing, just like he said, he went through the whole army, went through the military, and he did not know he had a heart problem until later. Mm-hmm. Whether you're skinny, whether you're fat, or whatever, God already have your number, and you're gonna stay on this earth as long as God wants you here. So it's not whether
what.
It's not about being healthy.
I mean, you want to be a good steward.
About being healthy. People say that stuff.
Hold on. We haven't heard from
what they're going to eat. They're going to do what they want to do.
We haven't heard from Kellis. I want to hear Kellis because I haven't really heard him.
Kellis got wisdom. I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but Kellis got wisdom. He got the deep voice.
Yeah, he does. Come on, young Barry White. Come on, bring it.
Sitting back, soaking it all in.
Come on, Kellis. Speak up. Let's go.
Go ahead. Bring the truth.
He's sitting up here in the cut talking about, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people don't necessarily fully buy into the understanding of us having a set time. Obviously, like young fella Terrence Clark, barely 19 years old, got in a car accident. So of course, the response, and there's no problem with the response, is gone too soon. When somebody dies in their 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of times we still, I can't believe they're gone. Well, my dad died when he was 47. I was 16. And this kind of goes back to another point. My mom still grieves, and it's been since 98. So when you have that special person and they're gone, like she closed the door. She told me, she's like, I don't want anybody around y'all. I didn't want anybody around y'all. My little sister was 2, et cetera, et cetera. So you never know when you're going to lose your loved one. But by the same token, we get up daily knowing that tomorrow's not promised. We get up daily and we're good stewards with the time we have. And so, whether it's health, whether it's spiritual, whether it's diet, like whatever we do, how we treat people, all that is still something where we value everything about life. So, I mean, that's where I understand where Veronica's coming from. Yes, we do want to be good stewards with what we have, with the life we have, but that doesn't extend our time. In my opinion, from my standpoint, from what I understand and what I've come to understand, being a good steward over your life doesn't extend your extra, or doesn't add a day. Because my dad died in the classroom teaching kids. He was there before school started, tutoring kids, and he died literally died laughing. So, you know what I'm saying? Your time is your time.
Yeah. It's really hard to argue with people who have coming from an emotional or faith base, because faith base is not necessarily logical. So when I'm coming with you with logic and you coming with me in faith, we're coming from two different planes.
Not necessarily.
Bola wants in.
You got to incorporate all of it.
Okay. You keep saying logical. Who's logic? I'm
talking about African spirit. I'm talking about African spiritual logic. Huh?
Okay.
You're talking about health-wise, logic based on who? Who is giving us the things we're eating?
And in addition to that,
first of all,
hold on a second. And we look at different societies too. Hold on a second, Bernard.
I'm not coming from America, huh?
Right, Bernard. And see, if you're not talking about America, Bola, I want you to weigh in. Bola is from Sierra Leone.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I don't go by the narrative, what the FDA go by, what Common America is like. They sold us a whole book of goods on that.
What do you go by? What do you go by? What do you go by?
I go by that we are carbon-based creatures, and that we need to eat carbon-based stuff that goes directly to us. We don't have to go secondary. We don't have to, when we eat meat, we eating what the meat that came from the animals who ate plants. Right. We don't have to do that. We go directly to the plant for our source. We can go to plants for our protein. We can go to plants for our minerals. We go to plants for our herbs. See, herbs and food are truly the real medicine that you need to be taking up. And you don't eat this chicken and these beef and this pork and stuff that's been spliced and diced. And it's not even the pork and the meat that our ancestors were even eating back in the day. What you're eating now is a washed down, not even a good version of what you're eating right now. That's why another reason that we have a lot of obesity in society is because a lot of this stuff is processed.
Yes, it's not good food.
With sugar.
Right, it is not good food.
So I don't do sugar. You can't find sugar in my house. You can't find ionized salt in my house.
You don't do processed foods. Yeah.
I don't eat processed food.
Right.
I eat real food.
Okay, Kellis.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I don't think any of what you're saying is antithesis to faith. There's nothing antithetical about that. I mean, even in my faith, I understand that, again, what being a good steward is understanding what a good diet is and what I should and shouldn't be eating. So I think logic and faith can go hand in hand. Just like, people say science and God are anti, or on two different sides.
But
science ultimately points to God. It points to the Creator, Yahweh. So
right.
Okay, I'm going to have to bring this question to a close, but I want to table this one, and I'm going to ask you on it. And when I say a year, it sounds like a long time, but we know years go quickly. We're going to table this part of the discussion with the weight, and we're going to bring it back a year from now when the rest of these technologies kick in. I want to know when these new technologies kick in and you have the replicators out there where you can replicate any kind of food in the world without using an animal. When you have these technologies that will reduce the body, and anybody can be any size that they want. After these new technologies come here, you may not believe it now, but it's coming. We're going to have this discussion once again, because then you're going to have to talk about what's on the inside. We got to talk about what's on the inside at that moment. Right this moment, we're talking about this vessel that is out here, but we're going to start talking about what's on the inside in a minute. And that's when the real stuff going to happen. But I got a couple more questions down. We're going to go rapid fire from now on. From here on out, everything is quick. Let's talk about some flirting real quick. You got a partner that flirts with people all the time. Every time you go somewhere, they're flirty, but that's their personality. And sometimes it goes too far. What do you do on that one? Go ahead. Michael?
Flirt right back. Flirt right back.
And hold on. Before I speak, because Kellis, his whole screen just lit up. Kellis, go ahead.
So, I mean, that's in my personality, but I still know there's boundaries.
Okay.
I never go too far.
That's
okay. All right.
That's what's important.
Okay.
That's what's important. As long as you know your partner's boundaries, that's what's important. Like, if they bring their boundaries to you and you completely bypass them, then that's disrespect, and like you don't even need to be in that relationship.
Okay. Michael?
Right. Personally, I'm cool with it because I'm a flirt myself. Yeah, it's obvious. Obvious. Yeah. But you got to know that if you know that in the front end, then you got to accept that person. My thing is about I'm only going to be with somebody who celebrates me, not tolerates me. And that's I'm going to be their number one fan, and they're going to be my number one fan. If you don't have that, then you just need to kick rocks and keep it moving.
All right, Bola, you got anything?
To me, it depends on what you consider flirt.
True.
My partner considers flirting, and what I consider flirting may be two different things. And if you can't come to a middle ground, it's time to split up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time for a conversation.
Veronica, you got anything on that before we go on?
Nothing but I'll probably flirt back.
All right. Okay. Here's another one. What if your partner puts you down in front of other people? You're in a crowd of people, and they always put you down. What do you do?
It's not bad. And it happened one time.
You said why not?
I guarantee you, it would happen one time, and we'll nip that right in the bud.
Yes, Michael.
So all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go back because I didn't get the time.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
I'll be a pace. No. Flirting. I'm gonna tell you right now. Anytime I go anywhere, anything I do is considered as flirting because of my personality.
Right.
It just comes across wrong. I don't mean no disrespect, because I'm gonna tell you right now. It may appear, or I actually might be flirting. But when we get home, I know I got to make it up to you because I already know how you think. You think I'm flirting, so I got to make it up to you. Number one. And then
sex before the fight.
Yeah, right. What was the second question again?
The second one was when they put you down in front of others, how do you handle that? And is it like Bernard and Shannon said?
Leave them where they at.
So if I may, most people are taught. It depending on. I'm an '80s baby, right? You do not disagree with your spouse in public,
right?
Right.
So first and foremost, from what I was taught and how I am, me personally,
right.
If you embarrass me or go against me in public because of what I was taught, I ain't gonna say too much in public. But Miss Lady, we got a conversation.
Best believe.
Be on one accord.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right.
That goes without saying. I mean, to put your other in that position of being demeaned, that's premeditated. There's no way around it.
Okay.
You're going to say how you're going to say it, regardless of how I feel, and regardless of how you know me, and really the fact that do you want it to be done to you?
That's right. That's right. Okay. Bola, you have anything? Oh, I'm sorry, Rick.
This is a long thought process. You really thought this through before it came out.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so you thought about this by yourself. So I'm gonna let you be by yourself.
Okay.
I tell you what, you won't see this on Love and Hip Hop, that's for sure.
Okay.
Well, I would be like, I would laugh it off, and I'll probably say, "Excuse me, please excuse me." I would remove myself from the situation. I would walk out the door. I would go home. When they got home, there might not be a house standing at the end of the day.
They bags are packed.
Or you're hearing an echo.
That's gonna be waiting on them.
She said there wasn't gonna be a house to stand in.
You gonna tear down the house? Nah. Just kick them out the house.
Okay.
Don't tear up your stuff now. Don't tear up your stuff. Don't tear up your stuff.
Okay.
Tear down his house.
All right, go tear down his playground. Okay, we're gonna move on to
we got some.
I went through that where the guy was always putting me down in person. What I found out was he had the insecurity. It wasn't what I had to make a choice.
There's always something at the root. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Do I want to continue with a person who wants to show that I was insecure instead of working on his insecurity? Right. And I left the relationship. So, it all depends on what you can tolerate.
Right.
Okay. And something, I'm going to, before I go forward, I got another question, but I just looked at this. Rick, you and Michael are side by side on my screen. Do y'all have like a Dimples Club or something that you all have?
Dimples Club.
Is this like a Dimples Club?
Hey, hold on.
That's funny.
Miss Tanya, I'm sure you already know me and Rick went to high school together.
Yes.
Right.
And spent so much time together, they just start looking alike.
Yeah.
We talked from my childhood. I believe I was on your show as a kid.
Yes, you were.
Right. I might not remember who you were personally, but I believe you were on your show as a kid. So
yes.
It might be a Texas thing,
I always mess with Rick about his dimples. All right, well, we're gonna go for it real quick here. I got 3 more really quick questions for you. Your partner talks about their ex a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, they're 100% over this person, but the topic keeps coming up. What would you do?
Over them, ain't no need to be bringing them up. We gonna have to
say that again.
Yes, they keep saying that they're over them 100%, but they keep bringing them up. Okay, Rick, you were saying, Rick?
That's not a warning sign. That's a heads up.
That's a red flag.
Ain't no more time worth investing to hear about it over anniversary on my birthday that you forgot about.
That means it's not. There's no. It's something that's not closed. Like there's still some closure that needs to be had. So we need to talk about it to figure out where the closure needs to take place.
Closure.
All right.
It was one first before you open up another.
Boy, that's a great big explanation point.
All right. I know Veronica, but don't let Veronica fool y'all. I mean, for real. But anyway, let me move forward. Let me hush and let me move forward. Your partner has no ambition. They have a job, but no desire to work towards a promotion and bettering themselves. They seem to be very lazy. What you gonna do?
Is this before or after?
You're trying to start some before or after marriage.
Well, they always like this.
Well, you're already in a relationship, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage. Okay. But you notice, you look over one day and they just don't seem to have any ambition. What do you do? As
Quella said earlier, what's going on up here? What's going on right here? There's a dialogue that has to be had. It could be mental that we don't know. Open your mouth. Maybe they're not in a position up here to open their mouth. So you initiate it. You started off. What's going on? This is where I'm trying to go. Talk about where you want to go. You know, is this mutual? You know, so
we definitely have to have a conversation. You know, you definitely have to have a conversation, and I think that's what type of people think they're communicating, but they're not really communicating. They're talking, right, but they're not communicating. They're not doing the hard work. So when something comes up like that, address it immediately in a civil manner where they can receive it. Because a lot of times we check people hard, but we don't get into the crust of the matter. We don't get into what's the heart of the matter. What's really going on with that person? Like you said, we'll have like, well, you don't seem like you ain't got no guy. You ain't got no motivation or nothing like that. And you go just like rant and rave, and the person like, they're so busy defending themselves, they don't even really have time to answer the question what you said. And they might have said something, you find out in their childhood that something went sideways.
Yeah, they might have heard a lot of negativity growing up, and so they didn't know how to tap into their dreams, into their passions and their goals. And so they really need somebody to sit with them and walk through, okay, what are some things that you thought about that when you were younger? Because, you know, we all can get caught up in adulthood and we lose our passion and we may get comfortable or get stagnant. So we need somebody to get us out of that.
Like you were saying, that could have happened in their childhood. If that happened in their childhood, you got into a relationship with that person was like that before while you were in the relationship. You have to make that decision yourself. Do I want to move this person forward, or am I better off being by myself? Just because you're in that relationship, that doesn't mean you're going to move that person forward. That person is going to be who they want to be.
Right.
And this is nothing weak. And, you know, if a person is like that, we knew it when we got with them, and we thought we were going to change them. See, that's a lot of problems with relationships.
Trying to mold.
Right.
Not be inspired. You're trying to make. You can't make what's
I dealt with
You make what's
I dealt with a person like that for 10 years. I took care of everything, the bills, everything. The groceries, the shopping, just put clothes on their back, did everything. They were so lazy they couldn't go get a job. I even got them side jobs just to help out or to take care of their habits, or like smoking and their beer, you know, going to get their beer daily or whatever. But and when I got tired of it, I just said, you know, it's time for you to go.
You chose you.
Chose yourself.
You chose me.
Yeah, you chose you.
Can I say one thing about that? What I had to do, because Veronica, I did the same thing. What I had to do, I had to look at myself. It's not the other person. When we allow people to do that, we have to look at ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not just tired. Not just you got tired. I had to look at myself. I got with those type of people because it made me feel good about myself. It made me feel important.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think, you know, to go back to Bola's point too, is that you have to be proactive in your relationship. It's so many people who just going through the motion, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go through the motion as a father. I wanted to be the greatest father possible. So when I'm in a relationship, and when I was married, I could clean, you know, date night, you know what I'm saying, massages, back rubs, foot rubs, the whole thing, because I wanted to be everything that I'm supposed to be, that I thought I was supposed to be doing right. I want to be caught doing right.
You and your partner have been watching a Netflix series together. You find out that they watched the season finale without you.
Oh,
what would you do?
Divorce. I am now single.
You do not have me in your mindset. You watch some shit that we were supposed to be jointly, equally yoked and everything. And you decided to watch the season finale without me. That means you have other intentions, or somebody told you something else and you listen to them instead of listening to your partner. We done.
We're done. I'm making dinner for myself that night. You ain't got to worry about a cold or a hot plate. Don't even worry about none of that. It ain't gonna be there for you to have.
I'm about to go to your favorite restaurant, order your favorite dish, bring it home, and eat it in front of you.
Any bills that I might be paying for you has now been recanted. In your own shit. For real.
Yep.
Amen. Shout out. Bernard, what you got?
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but really no comment, because that's not me. I don't get caught up with the finales, the TV, all that stuff. Y'all can have that crap.
You're Bola the same way.
So what, they watched it.
The empires and all that. You can have all that crap.
Okay. Veronica, what you got, Veronica? We'll come back to you, Rick, in a minute. Veronica, what you got?
It's gonna be one of them whatevers.
Okay. Rick, what you got on that?
No, I said no, because hold on, Bernard. So what if there's something, perhaps a play, and she went and seen that play or went to some kind of event without you? How would you feel?
It's not an issue, dog. It's not an issue, because my life is not. My life is like more in tune with other things like that, not things outside the relationship or outside of what the media or entertainer. I'm entertained by myself. You can't you tell?
But I'm gonna tell you what my problem would be. My problem would not be that they watched it without me. My problem would be if they told me what happened.
Okay.
Well,
that's really
funny.
Like that.
Yeah,
that's the breakup.
Yeah.
Now, if they went with that dude, or with that dude, that's a whole different ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, where they was like, we was talking about experimenting, but we decided not to experiment, and she went with that dude to the play. Oh, now, I have her stuff packed at the door.
Not at the door.
Yeah, he said at the door.
Packaged up and ready.
Yeah, I generally like to watch things by myself because I can hear them better. I don't like when people talk when I'm watching something anyway.
So, you can't watch nothing with me. That's why I keep the subtitles on. I'm telling you.
You be talking the whole time.
I do. Listen, it doesn't matter what I'm watching. I'm like, I'm talking mess the whole time. It doesn't matter.
Note to self. Note to self. Don't watch anything with Shannon.
If we at the reunion at our, if we have a reunion show, and we all go out to the movies together, she ain't coming.
Yo, I make sure to sit next to people that also talk so we can whisper to each other about, this girl tripping in the woods and now she's gonna die, So I make sure to look.
So you're one of the people in the movie houses that you always got to turn around and go, shh, be quiet.
I try to whisper, but I get excited.
No.
Oh man, Veronica, what you got on it? You said you didn't have nothing on that. I think I already asked you. I might have already asked you on that one.
I plead the fifth.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up here.
When somebody pleads the fifth, that means they're guilty.
I know, right? Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I have so much enjoyed having you all here on this living room. This has been one of my most spirited living rooms because we had the living room on radio in 2014, 2015 when we did Block Talk, and then now to have it on the podcast. And you all are very spirited. I'm just loving this. But before we get out of here, I want you to share your world with my audience. And I mentioned earlier that Bola, that you are a spiritual life coach. I'm going to ask each one of y'all what y'all got going on before we walk out the door. Bola, what's up with you? What you got going on?
Going on as far as what?
Yeah, tell us about your spiritual life coach and how to get in touch with you.
Well, how to get in touch with me, you can reach me at spiritualrecoverycoach.com.
Okay.
And my phone number is I don't even remember it.
Yeah, just send it to me. I'll put it in the description.
Yeah. I just do what I do. Blogs, YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. And I also do coaching. I have different coaching things that I have going on as far as moving, especially with women. I work with women going from pieces to piece.
Okay, and tell me real quick about that. Your YouTube before we get out. What's your YouTube?
My YouTube is Spiritual Recovery Coach, and it just talks about everything about God and how to move you forward from where you are to where you want to be.
All right. Okay.
So I want to make sure that she said Spiritual Recovery Coach.com.
spiritualrecoverycoach.com. And I'm going to make sure I put all this into the description of the show. Okay. Bernard, what you have going on?
First of all, I appreciate everybody here. I'm a dad first. I'm a single father, but I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm involved with day trading, Forex, binary options, and I'm also involved with some crypto mining, where we help people take advantage of the cryptocurrencies and make a consistent daily increase in their principal every day without having to learn how to trade and learn how to do all the X's and the O's in the financial market. So, and I'm also involved with two nonprofits where we spread the knowledge of our ancestors, ancestries, that we're just not here in America, that we go way, way back, thousands and thousands of years, and we have contributed greatly, and that we're not just African American or Black American. We are the human race, and we're the beginning, and everything derived from us. And we have seminars and workshops. And first, I have a tank, kind of like a Shark Tank with children tomorrow, in fact, where we get talking to like little kids, and they got to present their ideals and stuff to us, and we invest into their projects.
All right, that's cool. Cool. Thank you, Bernard. Rick, what you got going on?
Rick Sorrells, Rick here, artist, visual artist, to be specific. I have a platform. It's on the SaaChiart.com. That's SAAPCHIART // Rick Adams West. Or you can look me up on Instagram, Rick_Adams with an S _Sorrells, which I have pretty much embodied several series of artworks and pieces. And so they're actually, that link to SaaChiart is well connected. So click and enjoy. Prices and pieces are sold, they're well available. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, Michael, what you got going on?
So I will tell you this, due to the whole military life, I have not been able to engage fully in what I would like to do, but I do have an LLC And it is what you see back here. It's called Turn 'em Loose. You know what I'm saying? Turn 'em Loose LLC. And the whole piece of Turn 'em Loose LLC is to motivate, inspire, and educate. You know what I'm saying? And when you think of the term Turn 'em Loose, I feel like everyone here is an artist in some fashion. What is the one thing that you can do to an artist that detracts them from doing what they can do the most? Right? That's censorship, limitation, hesitation, and reservation, right? So when you think of the term turn them loose, we trying to turn them loose. We don't want to hold them back, nothing, right? And it's from youth to adults and to grown-ups. Motivation, inspiration, education. That is our motto. I will tell you this in our infancy stage. So we got the merch, and stuff like that. However, I am still in the infancy stage learning this business thing because the military has taken over a portion of my life. So when people say, how do we, they hear the story and what we have to offer, and then they say, well, how do we reach you? I have not yet been able to establish a website. That is something I need assistance on. So in this venue, if anyone has any particular, if that's their personal business, or if they know somebody who knows somebody, I need help.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. I need help. But that's where we are. We're targeting youth, we're targeting grown-ups, and we're targeting the plan when we got the business plan, but we're targeting corporate America. If you got training dollars or whatever, because of the experience, leadership, resiliency, emotional intelligence, diversity and inclusion, and all of those things, that they come with it. Those are the things that we specialize in, but we still are in our infancy stage. So work with a brother, and that's it.
We're going to talk more about that, Michael. So yeah, definitely. Thank you though. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Shannon, what you got going on with Shannon?
Rose, but my art name is Element Rose. I do commission paintings. This is one I just finished.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, that is really what that guy looks like.
Okay.
All my social media is Element Rose 13, except for Twitter. I think it's like Element_Rose or something like that. I guess I felt different that day. But so I do paintings, obviously, but I also do graphic design. I'm a graphic designer during the day. So I do freelance graphic design too. I do everything from video work to, I don't record the video, but I edit video. I do animation, and I do everything from that to logo work. I can make a whole business suite for you with logo, business card, stuff for social media, all that stuff. I'm pretty much a one-stop shop for anything creative.
One stop multimedia shop. That's my logo for not my logo, one of my things for my company. A one-stop multimedia shop. That sounds like you too. All right. Thanks, Shannon. Kellis, what you got going on?
I'm gonna start off how Bernard started. I'm a father. I have 4 youngins. My oldest, he actually just asked me to jump on 2K, so I'm about to get online in a second. But I do work for Chase Mortgage as a business analyst. And then this morning I actually had to rush because I early on Saturday go out there and work with kids. So we do a fitness type boot camp, trying to continue to prepare them for life as well as basketball. So we start with just like flipping tires, running, then we move into basketball. And then I had to jump on the highway, hurry and get back here. Okay. And that's in connection with my cousin's business, Lifted Sports. So liftedsports.com. So teaching kids life using basketball. Some of the kids, they don't necessarily love the game, but their parents want them to see the benefit of the discipline, consistently training your mind as well as your body, moving past kind of, along the lines what Michael kind of talked about, moving past those limitations, a lot of it self-imposed, a lot of it related to the culture of, I want to play, ironically, 2K or video games. I just want to sit around. I just want to look at my phone. No, let's get up and get active, and kind of branch out from there. So those are my main things right there. Just that's me.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you thank you for being here and rushing to be here. Really appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Bernard, what were you showing us this just now?
I gotta go. Bighorn going back up. I gotta put my trade in. Okay,
well, I'll get ready to just thank you all. Well, first of all, I really appreciate everyone being here. You can look my company up. My social media is going to be on the screen and somewhere in the show, either coming up after this or what have you. You'll be able to get in touch with us. We as being a film company and doing all the products we do. But I thank you all so much for being here for the living room here on Art Imitates Life. It's been very spirited. I have so much love for all of you, sharing your thoughts, sharing your feelings, and, you know, just coming in and being your transparent, animated selves. I'm very appreciative. I'm in awe that you opened up so much and spoke so much the way that you did, okay? So I'd like to thank you all for being here, and I'd like to thank you all as the audience for tuning in for another edition of Art Imitates Live. You make sure that you check out our social media, make sure that you get in contact and tell me the kind of things that you want to see, the kind of topics that you want to see on the living room, the guests that you want to see on the show. If you want to be a guest on the show, make sure that you tune in and you let me know. All right, I'm Tanya Dixon. You all have a beautiful week. We'll see you next time on Art Imitates Live.
Take care. Have a good one.